Hey everybody, it is Friday, October 3rd, and it's time for some more arcade. I'm happy to be back doing some arcade. It's been a while. Life got crazy. Last time I did an arcade run, I wasn't able to actually finish the run. I think I only got a few games into it. But this one I'm going to do a little bit more asynchronously, so I should be able to finish even if it doesn't take place every single week. And I'm going to quickly talk about what arcade is. You guys can follow along, you can play as well. But I'm happy to see you guys. I'm happy to play some more Legendary. Let me jump into it. So Arcade is a roguelike mode that I made for Legendary where you play a series of 8 games and there's some progression over time where as you go on, you get to unlock heroes that you can bring into other games. You get choices of different masterminds and schemes, and you can avoid some unfortunate matchups or choose some tougher ones to get some more VP if that's what those will net you. And I also created a beta version that I'm still not fully released because of the way that Google Sheets permissions works. But it took all the data from the tier list ratings on the Discord at discord.thegotalkgames.com, and it scales masterminds and or schemes by difficulty if you choose. That means Battle 1 is going to choose from a pool of the easiest masterminds, Battle 2 slightly tougher, and all the way up until Battle 8. And it's really fun. Let me go ahead and show you my sheet. If you want to follow along with me, you can just go to exclamation setup and you can look at the sheet right here and you can follow along and play along. And if you have any questions about arcade or Legendary in general, if you just popped in, let me know. But let me open this up. All right, there we go. So this is Legendary Legacy Arcade. I do want to make a note on the featured format. I have not updated the featured format in quite a while. You can see the last format was from January to April. It didn't have a huge amount of attention tied to it. It does take a lot of time to put these lists together. If I get a lot of feedback that, yes, I'd like to see a featured format return every 3 months, I can consider doing that again. I do have some ideas that I wasn't able to do. But didn't really take off, so I didn't really put any more time into it and updating the leaderboard and whatnot. But if I have a lot of outcry, I want the featured format back, fine, I'll do some more. Also, the releases of sets has stalled. We haven't had a release in almost a year, and I really enjoyed making those featured formats based off of new releases, and the fact that we haven't had a new release in a while has kind of dampened that as well. So love featured format. Oh, awesome. If I get a lot of feedback like that, then I'll have to consider it. The heroes don't scale. I'll get into that in a second. Just a quick tutorial on how to start an arcade run so you can see what I've done. So you start with your player stats. I'm going to be playing solo, what if solo, but it's currently my favorite way to play Legendary using the what if solo variant. Use the final blow rule. That doesn't affect anything as far as the sheets, except for the very end where the sheet tells anybody looking at your results if you use the final blow or not. And then you got pool masterminds by difficulty and pool schemes by difficulty. So I prefer to play without pooling schemes. I think if you pool only masterminds and schemes together, then it makes a more restricted pool of matchups that are possible. And I think the masterminds scale just fine on their own. No matter what scheme you're playing, it's usually going to be a challenge with that tough mastermind. So I'm not going to be pooling my schemes, but it's there if you want to do that, or if you don't want to pool masterminds and just schemes. And these are, again, based on difficulty ratings from folks in the Discord. There are different difficulty ratings for schemes based on if you're playing 1 player or 2 players or more. So it has and for masterminds too, they have a different rating for that. So I'm going to be playing solo because masterminds don't always lead their groups in solo. The difficulties are a bit different, and same for how schemes work. Include epic masterminds, straightforward. I am going to be including epic masterminds, which means that the pool is going to be larger for each battle because it's going to be including the standard and epic masterminds. So game 1, I might get some tougher masterminds just because they're at the front end of that pool. You have Red Skull right at the beginning all the way up to some others. And then the feature format here is still Mutant Mayhem. I'm not going to be playing that one right now. But when I continue the feature format, this will only restrict to cards included in that format if you wanted to, and some stats on how the game goes. Again, you can do exclamation setup, or just go to, better yet, go to arcade.thegotalkgames.com and you can make a copy of your own sheet and you can follow along with my exact choices if you want to, which would be kind of cool. This is important. This is sets owned. This is the pool of sets it's going to be selecting from for this scripted mode. This is a great mode for folks who really want to play adventure but don't really have either a lot of sets or the key sets needed for a lot of adventure paths. This only uses what you have, so it's perfect. Unfortunately, second edition is not released yet, so that's not checked. Not like there's any data in that in here anyway. But everything else is checked because I've got all that, so we're good. Current roster, this is going to populate with heroes I unlock as I play. And we're going to be starting with Battle 1. So here's Battle 1. I've already randomized my Mastermind and Scheme options. And here's where I wanted to talk to you guys. So my goal for this run, I'm trying to get as much VP as I can. The scoring method for this is no subtractions, no turn counts or anything. It's strictly just get as much VP as you can. I want to get as much VP as I can. And then if somebody else, if you guys want to play this, all you have to do is for each battle, put in the exact same choices I got and choose one, and then put in the same part of the rest of the setup, and you can make your own unlocks and choose your own fights. But we'll see who gets more VP by the end. So looking at this, we'll check out Red Skull and the rest of them, you can see. So, as soon as Master Strike loads, handy link there for you. So Red Skull's super easy. He's only worth 5 VP. It won't be a very exciting battle, so I'm going to let you guys in chat tell me if you disagree with my choice, and I want to hear what you think. Who do you think I should fight here? Ronin's cool. He doesn't have any printed VP on his card, so the final blow won't give me anything. He does let me rescue bystanders when I fight his tactics, but that's not a lot. I think I want to go with Lilith. She's in the first pool because she is a lot easier without her villain group, because there's less hunting for victims, there's fewer bystanders in the KO pile, so she's going to be easier than if she had those with them. But I'm going to go with Lilith here, I think, unless I have any objections. And then, yeah, I kind of have to go with Lilith here. And then I hear in the chat, yeah, I was also thinking Claim Souls for Demons because it's super thematic with Lilith. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's the easiest scheme here, but it's fun. Epic Superheroes of War can be tough, and I have to add extra heroes. I don't really want to do that. I can focus my unlocks. And then Steal the Weaponized Plutonium doesn't give me any extra VP or anything, but it can get out of control fast and cause some escapes and make me lose some VP. So I think I'm going to go with Lilith, Claim Souls for Demons, unless I have any objections to that. And it's lucky to have a thematic setup. This mode isn't necessarily locked into the thematics of it, but it works out. And all right, so I have already randomized the rest of it. It looks kind of funky because I hid some rows. I already randomized the rest just for expediency so I could set things up. But for fun, after I finish this game, if I win, I will randomize and pick Battle 2 at the end of this stream as a to be continued for next time. And Lilith is super fun. So here's the rest of my setup. It's a safety. So my villains are heroes for hire. My henchmen are Thor core. And my heroes are General Okoye, Sentry, and Party Thor. So right off the bat, I see, oh no, Thor core, but then I see Party Thor. He works pretty okay with the Thor core, even though Lady Thor would be better, or another Thor. He's fun. Sentry can be kind of a dud. Okoye can kind of work with Thor. I have to check the language on the cross-dimensional rampage and forget if I can give myself the wound and Okoye can cancel it. But I could see some fun things here. So this is going to be my setup for today. And I'll get that ready for you. I'm going to start a prediction for those on Twitch who would like to tell me what they think is going to happen. And if you want to see the setup, put an exclamation setup, and you can see the sheet that I am using, and I'll get this together, and I'm going to see how I do. Which of those 3 heroes you think would be best for me to unlock? I think it's probably going to be Party Thor. Okay, predictions are up on Twitch. And Sentry is potential VP if I can get that extra Mastermind in there, but that's a long shot. So here we go. Let's do our overviews. So I put these out. Red Skull is not going to be used today, and Ronin is not going to be used today. We're going to be fighting Lilith here. So Lilith is a 6 VP Mastermind. She's going to be leading the, not the Lilith today. She's going to be leading the Heroes for Hire. And she gets +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile. There's not going to be as many because only her Master Strike's really going to do that here. Her Master Strike is Lilith hunts for victims. If she KOs a bystander this way, each player gains a wound. She's a lot of fun though. And let's look at the scheme. I think this scheme has 8 twists. Yeah, it does. Awesome. It says the scheme, Claim Souls for Demons, 8 twists. Let me just count my twists out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anybody else watch Marvel Zombies? This is an even more awesome scheme twist after watching that. Twist 1 to 3, each player makes a demonic bargain to rescue a bystander. If that bargain wounds that player, stack that bystander next to the scheme as a tormented soul instead. Quest 4 to 8, each player makes a demonic bargain to gain a shield officer. If that bargain wounds that player, stack that officer next to the scheme as a tormented soul instead. An evil wins when the tormented souls is 4 times the number of players. Let's get that tormented soul tracker up there. And I'm the only player, so when the tormented souls reaches 4. So I need to be careful. On one hand, I don't want to KO or get rid of a lot of my starters. A demonic bargain, you discard the top card of your deck, and if it costs more than 0, you get a wound, basically. So I got to be careful on my KOs, which is tricky because I don't really have any artifacts here. So I'm just going to have to go for it and hope that I get lucky on those bargains. Tony King says, I think Party Thor is the strongest, but I would probably try to go for Okoye, but that's personal preference. We'll see what the HQ gives me. But Okoye is great. She's more multi-purpose to bring into other setups, I think. I'm just checking my villain deck. I got 5 strikes. I got 2 Thor core in there. All 8 heroes for hire. Right? Am I missing one? Let me count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, they're all there. So that's my villain deck. I'm going to peek over at the predictions right now. It looks like most of the points are towards a win. It's battle 1. I really should win this one, right? It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let me get this together. All right, so here's my villain deck. Got my hero deck together already. And let's get Lilith's tactics off to the side. The 2 Thor core are going to enter the city at the beginning. I'll go over that in a second. And let's get everything else out of the way. Hope you guys are having a nice fall so far. Kyla is running the fall tournament for the server right now. Sign-ups are open for a couple more weeks. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm not involved with the tournament at all this time. It's going to be Kyla. I ran him through the crash course of how to do it with all the back-end stuff, and I think he's going to do a great job. If you want some fun, friendly, legendary competition with a bunch of variety, I highly recommend checking out tournament.bageltopgames.com and signing up. It's going to be a good time. Okay. How are predictions looking? Got a minute 20 left before I can show you the HQ. Oh, the points split a little bit. Some folks going towards the lose. What else? Oh, I can talk about arcade a little more. So like I said, I'm going to be just going for strictly VP. This isn't like league rules, so I don't really care about escapes as much unless the scheme cares about escapes. So I'm going to be prioritizing letting escapes happen if they need to. If they penalize me, obviously I'm not going to do that. Let me talk about the Thor core real quick. Yes, I voted lose because it is points game. So Thor core don't do any KO, so that's going to help and hurt. It's going to hurt in that I am not going to be able to get as many KOs, but it's going to help because, well, it's going to help and hurt and help and hurt again. Because hurts, no KOs. It helps because it makes me succeed on more demonic bargains because I'm going to hold on to more of my starters, but it also hurts again because I gain them, and if they get revealed with a bargain, then I get a wound because they don't cost 0 either. I don't think you need to pay Kyla to do that. I think he's going to do that just on his own. Arcade runs are so much fun. I heard from people, and I tried this, is if particularly for people who might be burned out on Legendary as a whole and don't really, want to randomize a whole setup, it kind of breathes some life into the randomized play through your collection kind of thing. So give it a shot. The bonus levels are optional. You don't have to do them. Some people have said they kind of takes out the spirit of the game. So you don't have to do those at all. You can just skip them, and then it's just a traditional play through 8 setups. All right, 80% of the points are towards a win. 20% are towards a lose. Let's reveal our HQ. And I want to give a thank you to Snash for 36 months of the Prime sub. Good to see you again, Snash. Thank you for coming by. And thank you for the sub. All right, our starting HQ. Let me do a courtesy shuffle here. Oh, you're doing your own arcade run, says Tony King, while watching the stream. Happy Hogan, Darkhawk, and MCU Drax versus Nightmare. Those 3 interacting. Honestly, I'm sad we didn't get to see Happy Hogan and Drax interact in the MCU. That would be actually a pretty fun pairing. We haven't seen MCU Darkhawk yet, but he can hang with them. So in our HQ, we've got Sentry. Sentry is interesting. Party Thor's forecast says Thunder, Mournful Sentinel Sentry. We got another forecast says Thunder, and we got Party Thor's Rare starting in the HQ. Interesting. Very interesting. Okoye did not show up. Does not bode well for me unlocking her today. Sentry is tricky. He relies on you transforming a lot of things. But we'll see what's in the cards for me, literally. So at the beginning of the game in What If Solo, the 2 henchmen enter, so we start with 2 Thor core in here. All I'm trying to do really is avoid those tormented souls, which are wounds gained by the bad demonic bargain. I think Party Thor's got some top deck stuff for What If. However, I can't manipulate it before the next turn. So unless I can force a Master Strike, that's not really going to help me out. My starting hand is going to be the following. And let's get this going. Here we go. Turn number 1. Our first reveal from the villain deck is going to be Humbug from Heroes for Hire. Somehow they got taken over by the Mother of Demons, and they're helping her. Humbug's got Bribe, which means you can spend any combination of Recruit and Attack to fight them, and then Fight is KO one of your heroes. So let's see what I've got. I've got a good old 4 and 2 to start with. Now, because of Bribe, I could fight Humbug with this and get a KO. But I should prioritize Recruits, plus I don't want to fail the Demonic Bargain super early. Let's look at all my options here. So Agoraphobia, they were hired. I don't know why I didn't think of that, Dre. That's why I'm glad you're here. All right, has got transformed this in the Golden Guardian of Good and put it in your discard pile. So Sentry's thing is he transforms back and forth. So here's what Golden Guardian of Good does. It's you may transform this into Agoraphobia and put it in your discard pile. If you do, you get 4 attacks. So every other time, basically, you get that attack. She did. The one they couldn't refuse, apparently. We got Forecast says Thunder Party Thor. 3 Recruit. To play this, you must put another card from your hand on top of your deck. This would be fantastic if I could force a Master Strike. If I could play... This is when I would play an additional card from the villain deck if I knew it was a strike, because in theory, I could put a gray on top of the deck, then force the strike. Or sorry, the twist. I keep saying strike. I mean twist. And then I would organically succeed on that. But unfortunately, I have to draw my new hand at the end of the turn, so we'll see if anything can manipulate that later. We got Mournful Sentinel Sentry. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 1 or more, transform this into the Void Unchained and put it onto the top of your deck. A lot of top deck stuff, but not when I need it. Isn't that funny? Here's what the Void Unchained looks like. 3 attack, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, then feast. Otherwise, transform this into Mournful Sentinel and put it into your discard pile. So, kind of conflicts with the Demonic Bargains. I wish you got some other Demonic Bargain stuff, but I didn't really. So that's all I can recruit this turn. I think to do some big pickups, I do want to pick up... I think I want to pick up both Forecast Says Thunders. Unless something better comes up after the first recruit. This is going to start saturating my deck away from the grays. But that's okay. I think that's okay. So yeah, let's begin with picking up the first Forecast Says Thunder. Oh, that was the wrong spot. It's over there. And I get... Oh, there's Okoye to my last breath. Instinct Ambush, draw a card. Unfortunately, no Instinct cards to trigger that ambush. But let's take the second Forecast Says Thunder. And see if we can do some big pickups. Now, the Thor core is going to help with that as well. With the Recruit. So I don't want to go in too crazy there. If you put an exclamation setup, you get a link to the document with my setup. Check it out. If it doesn't work for whatever reason, let me know. But it should. Okay. There is my new hand. Starting with turn number 2. Or continuing with turn number 2. There's our scheme twist. Okay. Good news and bad news. The good news is I still have mostly grays for the bargain. Bad news is I have 2 non-grays, so I could get a bad hit here. So twist 1 to 3. Each player makes a demonic bargain to rescue a bystander. If that bargain wounds that player, stack that bystander next to the scheme as a tormented soul instead. There's been some debate on whether if you had a wound-canceling enemy, it would prevent the tormented soul. But I think the one I agree with is you do get wounded, but then you cancel the wound after the fact. So if I had a Okoye and I canceled the wound, I would still initially get wounded, so I would still get a tormented soul. Otherwise, usually I lean away from things that nerf the scheme. Kind of goes against the spirit of the game in lieu of otherwise official explanation. So I gotta shuffle my discard pile and hopefully get lucky. The odds are with me, but you know how things go. Okay, what is this? Okay, good, it's a shield trooper, so I discard that. That's my bargain. I did not get wounded, which is fantastic. I do rescue a bystander no matter what. So the bystander I rescue is Young Cassie Lang. So Young Cassie Lang gives me +2 recruit usable to only recruit a hero that costs 2 or less, or a hero with size changing. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I can get a free 2-cost hero, just so I remind myself what's going on. And that's it for the twist, except for the tuck effect. So I got to put somebody on the bottom of the hero deck that costs 6 or less. Probably going to be Sentry. I can get a free Agoraphobia this turn, but I'm going to take this Agoraphobia, tuck it to the bottom. Hey, Big Bic, thank you for the Prime sub. 20 months, I appreciate that. Oh, and okay, we got a rare. We got Directo Agents of Wakanda. I have a lot of big recruits, so I can get a couple of rares, hopefully pretty soon. That's a good sign. Now, I do have this Young Cassie Lang here. I can get a 2-cost for free, but let's see what I have first. I get +2 usable to only recruit, so I can't add it to anything else. So 4 recruit and 2 attack, as we expected. Don't really care about if Thor core escapes. I really don't. Except for the fact that, well, actually I don't care at all. It's so funny. It affects you so much in League play that it feels like I should care, but it doesn't affect me negatively. Except for the fact that I don't get those Thor core. Is anybody trying the exclamation setup command? It should work. So, options. I can get Agoraphobia for free first and then see if a 4-cost comes up, or I can do something like recruit to my last breath, and then get the 2-cost for free. But she doesn't really fit with what I'm doing right now, so I think what I'm going to do is take Agoraphobia for free, just cuz. Okay, there you go. Somebody did it. So, taking that for free with the 2 recruit I got from Young Cassie Lang. Thank you very much. She is going to get rescued. And Rival Personalities appears. Now that's a 4-cost. This is a nice ramp. You get +1 attack for each card that transformed this turn. I could pick that up. However, that's a tall order. It's hard to transform things, especially when it's just Sentry. It is a strength to work with those Thor core. And it's 2 attack on its own, which is fine. So I could fight Humbug, but once again, I'm going to take Rival Personalities. I got to speed things up if I'm going to try to avoid those Tormented Souls. And then we got Sovereign Bodyguard. This is the one that cancels wounds. So this one specifically says when a player gains a wound, you can return it. So you would get a Tormented Soul. You just return that wound, actually. Oh, hello. All right, so we're going to end the turn there. Maybe I'll get both. Oh, there we go. We got both Thors. So this is a rare pickup. This is a rare pickup hand, which I'm very excited about. I got some options there on turn 3. Happy to see that. But we also have another Thor core coming in. A lot of Thor. Thor in the HQ, Thor in the city, and Thor in my hand. I think Party Thor is, to quote Travel Size, Party Thor is the best Thor. He's great. So 3 recruit. To play this, you must put another card from your hand on top of your deck. So if I want to get 7 recruit, I have to put 2 cards on top of my deck and then play a Shield Agent. So 2 of these have to go on top. I'm not going to fight anything. So let's just say I play the first Party of Thor and put a Trooper on top of my deck, and then I'm going to put an Agent on top of my deck with the second one. And then play everything else. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8 recruit. So let's look at both rares and see which one is more beneficial to me right now. Direct Agent of Wakanda is 4 attack, and then Heroes of Wakanda, you may KO a shield hero or wound from your hand or discard pile to get +2 attack. It'll be nice to get rid of those wounds I will inevitably get, which is cool. And then we've also got, over here, we got Party Thor's Worthy of the Lightning, 5 recruit. Whenever you recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, you get plus attack equal to that hero's cost. This one is even better. I'm going to be doing a lot of big recruiting. So let's see what happens when I do that. Is something wrong? I'm seeing an uh-oh. Looks like everything's fine. Was there a hiccup? Hiccups happen. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Worthy of the Lightning for 7. Yeah, I saw the hiccup, but it looks like we're back. I don't know what that was. Hopefully that's all it's going to be. We got to only Sun Party Thor. It's a Lilith showing up. She doesn't want me to... She's mad I got a rare on turn 3. I don't think there's anything that can KO this rare. But now I have a different goal now. If I can thin my deck enough, I can just do recruit to attack generation basically, and speed run this. But I'm probably gonna have to fight a Thor core eventually, because if Lilith hunts for victims and I have to give one to the Thor core, then I have to fight him. Otherwise, she's gonna get strong the next time a strike occurs. Okay. Here we go. We're on turn 4. Turn 4 is going to give us another scheme twist. Okay. So we have another demonic bargain to make. It's a bit more risky right now because I have more non-grays in there. So let's make our demonic bargain. Here's my deck. Top card of my deck is going to be, luckily, a shield agent. So no wound. I do rescue another bystander. I got lucky on both of those. The bystander rescue is the engineer, which will let me KO, reveal the top card of my deck if that card costs 0, KO it. So it does KO another agent. My first KO, actually. And now I have to tuck another hero. I'm going to be a bit biased against Sentry again, even though I got the transform. Some other stuff I'd rather have, I think. I can only tuck these 4. I have lots of recruit. I can go for big numbers, so I'm going to pretty much tuck anything that doesn't have that cost. All right, check this one out. This is cool. Asgardian Rager is range cross-dimensional party rampage. If any player has gained a wound this way, you get +3 attack. So I could give myself a wound this way and then cancel it with Okoye if I had the ability to do so. But let's see. I've got Party Thor once again. So my max recruit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I want it. If I put a different card on top of the deck, that would let me get only Sun over here, which is 3 attack from What If. You get plus attack equal to the cost of the hero you revealed this way. Okay. I'm going to end up with high cost stuff, so this is going to be good. Although, again, I'm scared to get rid of too many of my grays, so this could completely fail. It should be just this game today, but we'll see how long this one goes for. You can see the link above in chat or put an exclamation setup to get a link to my arcade document that I'm playing off of. I've also got Sovereign Bodyguard I can go for, which will give me enough attack to hit a Thor core, which can cancel wounds. But I'm gonna go for the big guns here and go for only Sun, because I can't get 7 recruit this turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and put I win 3, 4, 5. I need all 6. So I'm gonna put Sentry on top. The rival personality is on top of the deck to play Forecast as Thunder. And then I've got 1, 2, 3. Yes, they combo together. But if I don't have that, what I'm saying is I still have a lot of grays, so I might not have anything that is non-gray to put on top of the deck, unless if I don't KO that many. But you're 100% right. 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one attack's not going to go anywhere, so let's go ahead and pick up only Sun. And again, oh, there's another one. It was not the only Sun. My goal is to get as much VP or attack as I can early before things get crazy. All right. I got Worthy of the Lightning in my next hand. Probably not going to be as lucky with the scheme twists going forward. Speaking of which, is this a twist? It is a twist. How did I got that feeling, you know? So this is twist number 3. We're still on the first part of the text. Once again, I make a demonic bargain to rescue a bystander. Let's see if I am successful. And for the first time, I am not. So I got wounded. So first, I rescue the bystander. I reveal the bystander. I don't rescue it. Because I got wounded. So this bystander is going to go next to the scheme as a tormented soul. So we got our first tormented soul, and I got to get myself a wound. Now, if I'm lucky, it'll be a special... it won't be any special ones right now. So that's my first tormented soul, unfortunately. And I've got myself a wound. Only 3 more and I lose. That's very scary. This goes to my discard pile as well. Let me just say, Thor is not very good at his diplomacy, despite being, you know, in that field somewhat. And I gotta tuck somebody to the bottom. I'm going for big numbers only. Let's tuck Okoye. Oh, look at those big numbers. That's great. And here's why I like the big numbers. I got Worthy of the Lightning, which is 5 recruit. Whenever you recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, you get a plus attack equal to that hero's cost. And I'm going to do that. I already got 5 recruit just from this one. I can get a rare as well. I've got 6, 7, 8 recruit. So if I wanted to, let me look at all my options. I'll come back to the rare. We already looked at Sovereign Bodyguard. This is the wound canceling one that costs 5. We got his Guardian Rager, also costs 5. I should also be thinking about who I want to unlock. I feel like it's going to be Party Thor at this point. I've already got so much of him. I got another Only Son. But if I recruit Direct Agents of Wakanda, I can get 7 attack right now, which is more than enough that I need to hit the Mastermind, in addition to what I've already got. And the thing is, I don't have... Did I take an Okoye card? I can't even remember if I did. I don't think I have, but I'm probably going to get Sovereign Bodyguard. So that would trigger this and can give me the extra attack if I need. So I'm going to take Direct the Agents of Wakanda for 7, which means thanks to Worthy of the Lightning, I get 7 attack. A really fun way to use this attack recruit theme all the way back from the core set. And then I'm going to get 3 more attack. I'm up to 10. So again, I'm just going to not care too much about the city, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the Mastermind. Okay, that's going to cost me 8 attack. There are no bystanders in the KO pile. You see why she's easier in solo. Here's her tactic, though, that has trash on it. I was doing some crafts the other day. Offer of Corruption. Fight. Choose 1. Gain a wound, and each other player KOs one of their heroes. That won't do anything. Actually, no, it will, because it's an enemy. Or KO one of your heroes, each other player gains a wound. It's so funny. Every time I read this, it seems like those are the same thing, but in a different order. Gain a wound to each of the player KOs one of the heroes, or KO one of the heroes, each player gains a wound. In solo, they are the same thing. I guess that's why I'm thinking that way. Because each of the player applies to myself. So I've never encountered this tactic in solo. So it's the same thing no matter what. It depends on which one I want to do first, I suppose. So I'll pick the first one, I suppose. I'll gain a wound, the standard wound, and I'll KO one of my heroes. I'll get rid of one of my agents. I was thinking about Trooper, but not yet. Okay, that's one tactic. I am using the final blow, so I gotta hit 4 more times. The scheme can get out of control very quickly. And this is why I don't like scaling the schemes, because an easy Mastermind and an easy scheme feels way too easy. But this is adding pressure, even though the Mastermind's not too tough right now. Now, I have 3 total values, but I can't bribe the Thor core, so that's going to be the end of it. Did I miss the hunt language? Yeah, I totally did. Then she hunts her victims. So she gets a bystander. Here you go. Public speaker for you. If she had one, she would have KO'd it. So I haven't played a single Master Strike, so this could cause her to power up a little bit. Which, quite frankly, I'm fine with that. She needs it. Unless I can hit her again pretty soon. Not looking good for the first 3 cards of my hand. Agoraphobia does absolutely nothing when you play it, which is thematic. You know, he's not ready to help yet. Does it happen to you that the baddies of Doctor Strange and Midnight Suns sets mix up in your head? Not to me, just because I've spent so much time with them, but I totally understand why. Wouldn't be surprised if that happened to anybody else. Thematically, it's similar. Okay. Not a great hand. Let's see what happens here. Alright, there's Colleen Wing coming into the city. She's got Bribe. If she escapes, she fortifies Lilith. And while it's fortified, Lilith can't be fought. Which would be really bad if I'm trying to save things. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do... Well, I could put this on top of my deck with Thor. I got Forecast as Thunder. I can max out my recruit at only 4 this turn, which is not that much. That's too bad. That's not a lot. This is kind of a dud of a hand. Yes, I have plans for getting back to the MCU setup, so we'll talk about that in a second. 1, 2, 3 attack. I could avoid an escape if I want to. The Thor core give me 3 recruit if I have the triggers. You know, I'm probably gonna try to fight Humbug instead just to get the KO, which I'll need to put something on top. So I am gonna transform Agoraphobia just because I want the other side of it to be available to me. So I'll do so, and it goes to my discard pile immediately. So I'm gonna play Forecast as Thunder by putting Montax can come back my next turn. He'll go on top of the deck. So I'm at 3 recruit and 3 attack. And let's use that to fight Humbug, who will KO one of my heroes. And I think what I'm gonna do is KO. I'll spend 3 recruit and 2 attack to do that because of the bribe. I'll KO a standard trooper. I don't really have much choice. Not the turn I wanted. I would have rather hit Lilith, but maybe this next turn will be able to do that. Okay, so about the MCU setups, I do have a plan. Oh, I got 2 rares in hand. I do have a plan to handle the MCU setups. I'm not quite ready to do that yet. It should be soon. My schedule is such that I'm not able to do guaranteed weekly streams every week. They'll be kind of peppered in when I'm able to, but I do have a plan for it. And the plan is to do them in solo. I'm going to compartmentalize. I'm going to use the solo quantities of cards you need, but I'm going to make custom villain groups and hero decks based on the projects, based on off-the-cuffs MCU setups. And I should hopefully get them all done before Secret Auras comes out, and that'll kind of be the whole goal we're moving towards. But I'll have more details on that later, but good question. All right, we're on to turn 7. And we've got, the lucky single bystander in the villain deck. The bad news is, well, I guess there's no bad news here. I feel like I have to check hunts for victims. I think Lilith can KO bystanders that are on enemies in the city. Will Thor core count as Thor if you call What If Thor? The way it works is I would have to say a hero name. So I could say Thor for What If, and I could reveal Party Thor. Or I could say Party Thor and reveal Party Thor, if that was your question. Does anybody remember? I kind of want to check that again. Yep, KO bystander that's captured with the villain or the mastermind are in the escape file. If you can't, this captures a bystander instead. Yeah. So if Lilith hunts for victims, either she captures a bystander or she KOs any bystander that has captured by any villain or mastermind. Or in the escape file. So I gotta hit her and Colleen Wing to avoid her powering up. I do have a lot of attack this turn. We'll see what I can do. Starting with Worthy of the Lightning is 5 recruit. Again, when I recruit a hero that costs 5 or more, I get its attack equal to that hero's cost. That's a whatever. Whenever, but I only have 7 recruit this turn. So mine could be that many. I'll play 6 and 7 recruit. It could be enough to help take them both out because I do have Colleen Wing as well, who has Bribe. I got Okoye's rare that won't trigger, so I've only got 4 recruit there, or 4 attack there. Nothing transformed this turn, so 2 more attack and a single from the trooper. So it's 7 and 7. I need 17 total. All I can do is recruit and to convert recruit into attack. So if I want to hit Lilith, she's going to hunt for victims as soon as I hit her. So I have to clear Colleen Wing first. So I'm going to try to do that. In which case, I might as well recruit something and turn it into attack, because then I get something out of it. So choices again, I got Sovereign Bodyguard, but I also have Only Son, which will not only give me more attack when I recruit it, but which won't matter for the bribe, but also I can set up What If maybe twice and get a lot of attack that way. So I'm going to recruit Only Son for 6, which will give me up to 13 attack. Replace it with another Sentry. Let's hit Colleen Wing first. I might end up with a strike anyway, but that's fine. So let's hit her for 1 recruit and 8 attack. I'm at 5 left. Just to get that bystander off of her, because otherwise it could be a lot worse. And I rescued the bystander. Not out of the woods yet. Now the question here is, do I fight a Thor core or not? Pluses to doing so. Backs up worthy of the light. Downsides, it kind of gets in the way of better cards. It can make it more likely that I fail a demonic bargain. So I think and it doesn't give me any VP anyway, so I think my best strategy is just leave them exactly where they are and do nothing. Which feels weird, but if I don't engage them, they won't engage with me. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. If I could afford to rest this turn, this would be a good turn to do it. These are my only 2 wounds, I believe. But let's see. Alright, twist time. Now we're on twist 4. Things are getting scary. Each player makes a demonic bargain to gain a shield officer. If that bargain wounds that player, stack that officer next to the scheme as a tormented soul instead. I guess it's the same thing, only for an officer. But I gotta make the bargain. I got 2 cards left in the deck, and it's... Oh, Kyla saved the day. Kyla and his bargaining skills will avoid me gaining a wound. So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself an officer. If I'm lucky, it'll be a special officer, but let's see who it is. It's not, it's a Nick Fury. Standard. And now I gotta tuck a hero. I'm gonna tuck one of these Sentry. I have one, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I want more expensive stuff out here. Okay. So I've got, I can set up a what if this turn. Let's see if that can give me enough attack to hit the Mastermind. So 3 attack what if, you have plus attack equal to the cost of the hero you revealed this way. I could guess, there's only 1 card in my deck, so I could actually check my entire discard pile and see if it's what it's gonna be. That would be very interesting if I did that. Let me count my grays. I've got 1, 2, this is a valid strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So this is not a gray. Is it a wound? I don't think so. I think I only got the 2 wounds. I got Sentry and the transformed Sentry, so it's not Sentry. So is it a Thor? There's the one forecast says Thunder. Where's the other one? Okay, there it is. What other Thor cards did I take? Did I take more than one Only Sun? And if I can only remember what it was, because I got Okoye's rare there, Thor's rare there, one Only Sun. I honestly, well actually, no, I can't remember what it is. But I'm pretty sure it's not gray because I counted all the grays. Let me count again. Let me double check. Maybe I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I counted an officer as one of the grays. Don't count the officer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I did count the officer, so this is a gray. It's a starter. With that out of the way, let's say that I put a card top of my deck. They all cost 0, so none of those will work. If I max out my recruit, I get 5 recruit. I can get one of these good ones here. And I also have the 2 wounds. So I think my best move is, I can't get enough attack at the Mastermind. I could get enough recruit to recruit something, but I don't have that Thor rare out. So this seems like a good turn to rest, in which case I can use Forecast as Thunder to put Only Sun on top of my deck, so I don't waste it this turn. I can use it for the next turn. And I guess I'll do a recruit if I want to. So I'll play Forecast as Thunder. I'm going to put Only Sun on top of the deck. But if I don't recruit, I can get rid of those wounds. So tempting, though. 5 total recruit. Yeah, it's still worth it to rest. I did do something. So I'm going to end my turn. Well, I don't have to end my turn, but I'm choosing not to recruit or attack anything this turn. I will KO the wounds. And technically, you can still continue your turn. You just can't attack or recruit, but I have nothing else to do, so that'll be it. Let's see if I was right. I think with my count, yeah, it was an agent that was on top of my deck. Let's see what I get. I'm getting super lucky on the Master Strike's not appearing. I'm pretty sure it's about time. I think the next turn is going to give me a Master Strike, and it's going to KO the public speaker and power her up by 1 permanently for the rest of the game. But I think that's fine. I have a path to getting a lot of attack. Okay. So I have some blind what ifs to do. But let's see what I got here. Turn 9. Humbug again. Really give me a lot of chances to avoid those the hunt for victims. So starting with only Sun here. The set, I believe for what if, it's been a while since I've done this, but I think you can choose to put the card back or discard it. I'm going to remind myself right now with our keyword bot. But anyway, if I fail the first one, I could succeed on the second one if I do that one on purpose. Did my request not go through? I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. All right, so let's do this. What if you get a plus attack equal to the cost of the hero you reveal this way? I'm going to say Thor. So you can say a hero name, or you can say a hero class. I'm going to say Thor. There it is. Yep. Okay. Either put it back on top of your deck or discard it. Let's say Thor. It is a shield agent. That wouldn't have worked anyway, right? There it says it's not allowed to trigger any zero cost heroes. Let's try again. Let's say Thor again. 3 more attack. I would be shocked. Long time no see. I'm going to say Thor, and no, it's a gray, so 9 of those would succeed. So I am at 7 attack, though. And 3 recruit. So close to hitting the Mastermind. Not quite. Worthy Challenge is decent to have with all the recruiting I'm doing. If I had that, that's 5 attack. No, I feel you. Thanks for making some time to say hello. I appreciate that. I'll take Worthy Challenge for 3. It works with what I'm trying to do here. Ooh, and there's Vast Unstable Power. This rare could bring in an additional Mastermind. Let me read it. This is a really fun one. Reveal the top 5 cards of the hero deck, gain their total permanent attack, and put them on the bottom of that deck. If this card makes 12 attack or more, then transform this card into the Void Mastermind and add it to the game at the start of next turn with 1 random tactic. This would be cool if I can pull it off, because that's extra VP for me. Or Spell My Doom, I don't know. Let's fight Humbug once again before Humbug gets a... Actually, maybe it would be better to leave Humbug to get a bystander instead of one of these Thor core. I did say I wanted points. We'll take out Humbug anyway. That's it's a risky KO, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to KO a Trooper this time. And we'll see what I've got. Okay. That's 4 attack. Oh, that's 7 attack. We've got a Sentry combo. Look at that. 8 attack. More attack. Wow, this is a good hand. This is definitely a Mastermind hit. But she's probably going to get herself a KO'd bystander right now. No, it's a twist instead. Wow. And that's a lot of non-grays in hand, so I'm hoping there's some grays on top of the deck right here. Twist number 5, once again, Demonic Bargain to gain a Shield Officer, and it is a rare. It is Okoye's rare, so unfortunately a wound is gained. A demonic, a Tormented Soul occurs, and I have to stack an officer next to this scheme. Okay, that's 2 out of 4 Tormented Souls. There's 3 more twists. So I have to succeed on 2 of the 3. Oh, this is Rexy. Viral. This is one of my perks for coffee.bakeoutofgames.com. People at the hero level and above get to be one of my starter cards for as many streams as I remember. So this is Doormats right there. He chose that image, and I was able to make the card for him. But yeah, it's basically a Shield Trooper. A very special Shield Trooper, though. I think so. I wanted to make the dino pop out on the left-hand side to make it look more dynamic. Okay, where was I? I have to tuck a hero now. So yeah, I gotta hurry this up. It's getting scary. Let's, I'm gonna tuck the other Sentry. And I couldn't get rid of him. He's there. Alright, well, this should be good. At least I'll avoid Lilith getting powered up. Let's start with, I gotta be careful because I can't play both Party Thor Forecast as Thunders unless I do something about that. So 5 recruit. Oh, this is my deck. I left it up there. All right. So I get to turn recruit into attack by recruiting with him. Let's do it all. Let's transform this into Agoraphobia and put up my discard pile. And when I do, I'll get 4 attack. So here we go. Transform. 4 attack for me, and it goes to my discard. I'll play... Before I play Rival Personalities, would I rather have 3 attack or 3 recruit by playing Forecast as Thunder? Well, I'm going to play 1 Forecast as Thunder. Do I still get an officer on twist 4 to 8? No, you stack it next to the scheme as a Tormented Soul instead. So this last one wounded me, so the officer went to the scheme. The first one I passed, so I got the officer. So, if I want to hit Lilith, I need 8 attack. I'll turn recruit into attack with Party Thor. It's okay, I miss last details all the time. I did it in this stream. So we'll put the trooper on top of the deck to get 3 more recruit. I do get to recruit all 3 rares. That's one thing I like about solo, is it's more likely you're going to get to recruit more rares, if not all of them. I can't play Forecast as Thunder unless I play Rival Personalities. So I will choose not to. Well, right now, let's actually get the rare and turn into attack. And maybe bring in an extra Mastermind. So Sentry is going to me, which means I get 8 attack, up to 12. Let's go ahead and hit Lilith before she can KO that bystander. So first, let's rescue the public speaker. I get 1 recruit. Look at that. Rescued. And then her next tactic is going to be Respawn Demonic Offspring. The highest VP, in this case Heroes for Hire villain from among all victory piles enters the city. The player who had that villain rescues 3 bystanders. Then she hunts for victims. So who's got more VP? It's going to be Colleen Wing coming in again, who fortifies the Mastermind, so it makes sense she would bring her back. And I had that villain, so I get 3 bystanders. 1, 2, 3. Let's see who we get, and then we'll hunt for victims. Okay, Maggie Lang, you may return a card that costs 2 less from your discard pile to your hand. Okay. I could do Golden Guardian to Good and transform it again. Or I could get a starter. I don't know if there's... Well, actually, I could play Party Thor now if I do that. I'll take Agoraphobia back, sure. Into my hand. Thank you. Next, we got Montax's Broadway actor bystander. I've rescued you. You're welcome. And then we've got Alligator Trapper. Sewers not empty. They never are. They never are when you need them. So nothing for me there. And now Lilith hunts for victims. So she gets a bystander. And it's going to be Detective Wolverine, which should be a fantastic one to rescue. Oh, wait, that's the tactic. That's why. Why are the 2 cards here? Exactly. I'm going to... Now that I was able to get... I didn't play that yet. So now that I didn't... I drew a card, I can actually get Detective Wolverine to really help me out. So right now I have 4 attack and 1 recruit, and I have 3 cards left because I only got 8 recruit and recruited that. And I played the +4 from the transform side. So yeah, now what I can do is, if I transform Agoraphobia, I get 1, 2, 3, 4 attack, and that's enough to hit her again, which is awesome. Alternatively, I could play Party Thor, put Agoraphobia on top of my deck at 4 total recruit, but then I can't convert that recruit into attack because it needs to be 5 attack or more, so it's gonna have to be this way. Here we go. We're gonna transform it and put it into my discard pile, and that will power up Rival Person. I can't believe Sentry's actually helping me in this setup. Little easier in solo, kind of, because you can get more of his cards. And this goes to my discard pile. Now when I play Rival Personalities, I get 2 + 1 attack for each card that transformed. This turn I transform 2 cards. By the way, fun fact on this card, if you're playing with a transforming Mastermind, that counts. It's a card that transformed this turn. I haven't been able to do that combo, but that's a cool one. I'm up to 8, and I can hit her again, which is fantastic for me. All right, let's begin with Detective Wolverine. Okay, investigate the villain deck for a villain with 1 VP and put it into your victory pile. This can't hit because there are no villains worth 1 VP in the villain deck, but it can give me some knowledge. Only 1, not 2. The void on the other hand, yes. Okay. So yeah, 2, because investigate implies 2. I was thinking something else for a second. All right, here we go. So good news and bad news. I didn't get a twist here to talk. But I feel like I should put both of them, even the Master Strike, back on top, because that means faster twists if I don't do this. So we're gonna put Tarantula on top and then the Master Strike. Underneath it, I'll tuck nothing. I want to have as much buffer as I can between twists. She's gonna hunt for victims, so I have a turn to try to get that bystander off of her. But I have to do the tactic first. Okay, Connoisseur of Souls. Fight, you get +1 recruit for each bystander in the KO pile. Joke's on me, there aren't any. And then she hunts for victims, so she's gonna go ahead and get another bystander. And that bystander is gonna be the Photographer, who gives me extra VP at the end, which is cool, because check this out. +1 of VP for each hero you have among that costs 7 or more among all your cards. So basically I have 3 rares that'll give me extra VP. It's a 4 VP bystander right now, but I have 2 turns. I have 2 turns before she KOs it. We'll see if I can do that. I'm gonna need to get 8 attack to do that next turn, otherwise it's not gonna work. So let's see what I get. Not a great sign. It's not a great sign for hitting her. I need a miracle in these next 2 cards to make this work. I don't know if I'm gonna get that miracle. We'll see. 5, 6. Well, yeah, definitely not. Definitely not a miracle here. So yeah, we're gonna KO the Photographer on the next turn after this. So Tarantula here. Bribe. Fight, each player discards 2 cards against the wound to escape the same effect. So options. Let's say I put the wound on top and play all my recruit. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruit. I don't need 7 recruit. And I don't want to put the wound on top. She's going to KO bystander next turn no matter what. So let's, I could rest the wound away. I could get another card that's going to help me. I got a few cards here. I got Destructive Feast. Whenever you recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, reveal the top card of your deck and you may KO it because it's basically a feast. It's got feast in the name. I got Okoye's wound canceling card I haven't been able to use yet. I'm at the point where I just need to keep recruiting. Or I can fight Tarantula. I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I can do is, if I play Forecast as Thunder, I can get some more VP from Tarantula. I think I'm gonna put the dinosaur on top and just play a party for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna get 7 recruit and use it all to fight Tarantula. And although the fight effect is really bad. So I kind of maybe don't want to do that. I didn't read that completely. I don't have 2 cards to discard after that. So back to what I was doing. The next card is a strike, so the city is not going to push. So maybe I don't have to fight anything. Even though I would prefer that. I would prefer that VP. I'm going to do Asgardian Rager, because this can give me 6 attack if I choose to get, if I gain the wound. And that can make or break this game. So I'm going to take Asgardian Rager for 5. And we'll get a sidekick as well for 2. And it's Rusty Collins, who can do some investigating on my own deck. All right, you ready for the Master Strike? Got a couple of rares in hand to prepare me for it, which is cool. So let's reveal. There it is. So, she hunts her victims. If she KO'd a bystander this way, each player gains a wound. I'm feeling dumb that I haven't taken either Sovereign Bodyguard at this point. So long, 4 VP Photographer bystander. That's too bad. You get KO'd. any second now. And I gain a wound as well. There's some really cool enraging wounds that I haven't seen in my game yet. But that's all that happens. It's okay, I'll get my revenge. I will. So once again, I got 5 recruit, and I can turn my recruits into attack. Okoye, nothing. 4 attack there. Not going to transform anything, so... Well, let me play my other agent here for 6 recruit. And this time I will take a Sovereign Bodyguard. I'm going to recruit her for 5, just in case there's any more wounds coming my way eventually. I get 5 attack from that. I'm at 9. And I can hit the Mastermind once again just with that. Let's go ahead and do that. It's her final tactic. I forgot to put the count on her, but she was at 9 attack because of the photographer getting KO'd. Fight. Each other player may discard a card for each bystander in the KO pile. Each of those players who didn't must gain a wound instead. Okay, then she hunts for victims. I have 1 bystander in the KO pile. Fine, I'll discard one of my troopers. That's fine. To avoid that wound. And then she's going to go ahead and get her final bystander before the final blow. And it's the Aspiring Hero gain a sidekick bystander. And I've got 1, 2, 3 more attack left. Is it worth fighting a Thor core to avoid an escape, even though the escapes don't hurt me? Sure. Old habits die hard, right? And I gained the Thor core. I couldn't help myself. Okay, I'm in a decent place, I think. This is awesome. I can set up my what if. I think this is going to end the game this turn, but let's see what happens. Turn 13 is Shang-Chi coming in. As bribe fight, if you had any cards in your discard pile, shuffle them into your deck, and Shang-Chi re-enters the sewers, referencing his hero set, which is nice. So, in order to set up what if with Forecast as Thunder, I had to put something on top of the deck. So let's say I used Forecast as Thunder to put Worthy Challenge on top of the deck. That would max out my attack this turn at, this is only a 3-cost card. I would get 3 attack, 6, 12. I get 12. What if I put only Sun on top of the deck? I would get 3 plus 6, I get 9 attack, 10, 11, and then I recruit a hero that costs 5. So, 16. That would give me enough attack to clear out a villain first. Yeah, exactly. I'm going for VP. So, I think what I gotta do is I gotta do it this way. Play Forecast as Thunder and put only Sun on top of my deck. Then I'll play only Sun. And I'll say Thor, or Party Thor for what if. And I reveal it, and there he is. I get plus attack equal to the cost of the hero I revealed this way, which is 6 attack. I'm at 9. And then I got Worthy Challenge. That gives me 2 attack, up to 11. Whenever I recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, I get plus 3 attack. So I'll play my 2 agents, 4, 5, and I'll recruit Destructive Feast, 1 more Thor, just because he's going to probably be who I unlock. And I recruited a hero that costs 5 or more, so I got 3 or more attack. I'm at 14. And I have no more recruit left. Did I do that math properly? Let me just double check. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's correct. So, best I can do is... I'm 1 short from hitting Tarantula. So, I don't really care. Interesting thing here. She's at 9. Anyway, so let me do this. The game could continue. I can survive a little bit longer. I can farm for VP. But if I do that, I could end up messing myself up because I could end up with 2 twists that I get 2 Tormented Souls on back-to-back and I just lose. So I think it's in my best interest to try to take her out right now. I have 5 recruit to spare. Shang-Chi's only worth 2 VP, but it's fine. Let's just do that. We'll do this. We'll do the safe thing. I got a lot of VP in this setup anyway. So go into the sewers. We're going to fight him for 3. But he's gonna come. Actually, he's gonna come back. I have cards in my discard pile. It's not gonna work. So I can't. If I choose to take out Lilith right now, I won't get any more VP. How many cards left in the villain deck? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 11 cards left. 3 of them are twists. Most of them are strikes, and she could also get powered up enough that I can't handle it. What if I did this differently? Instead of putting only Sun on top. I don't think it would have done anything differently. I could have done a blind pick. Let's say I got it right, and there was a Thor on top right now. And I would get 3, 6, 12, 14, 17. Oh no, I wouldn't get the +3. I get about the same. How greedy do I want to be? What do you guys think? Should I go for Lilith right now and end it? Or there's a lot of VP left on the board. Hit him to teach him a lesson, then finish Lilith. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So let's do so. Let's go to 11, and then I'll see what would have happened. I'll fight him. Okay. And then I shuffle the cards back into my deck. And he comes back in. Alright, and we'll finish it. So first things first, I gotta make sure I get my sidekick at the end of the game, and it's Boom Boom, who could have been useful. But that's cool. I'll take the extra VP for that. And then we take out Lilith for her Mastermind VP. And game 1, as most of you thought, was a victory. Lilith has messed up my overlays. I'm very confused on what that meant. Maybe she'll come back in her epic form. Alright, well that was a win. And let me show you what happens in Arcade when you finish a game. First things first, you gotta count your VP. And then you got to count your heroes. And then I'll update my form. But I'm gonna give the prediction rewards to those that said I was gonna win. And then what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna do a cliffhanger by randomizing the second game. And we'll see what I get. Alright, so VP wise, how much did I get? From the Heroes for Hire, I gotta keep this to the side. Everybody move over. I got 3, 6 bystanders. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, she worth 30, right? So 45 VP total. Not bad. I wish I had gotten that photographer, but I didn't. So let's fill this stuff in. It's so much fun. So, my VP was 45. And I'm pretty sure I unlocked Party Thor. So the instruction is, if you won, list the locked heroes with the highest number of cards here. 1 per player. So, and by the way, it says, my buttons are all messed up because I hid those rows earlier, so. Oops, I added a henchman. Let's see who it is. Sapien League. Basically, it says, count all your heroes from wherever they are. It'll say it on Battle 2. If I refresh, it'll be fine. Count the heroes from wherever you are. Heroes in the city, escape pile, and KO piles don't belong to a player. So the ones that belong to you. Count those. I think it's going to be Party Thor. Let's see. And this will help me sort my cards out right now, too. So we've got Party Thor. I didn't get to do Sentry's rare, unfortunately. Maybe next time he pops up. You cannot unlock wounds. They are not heroes. This is also a hero right now, but that won't work. Has to be cards that come from a hero deck. You know how it works. All right, we got more Party Thor. It's a lot of Party Thor. So he's considered the MVP of this game. So I got 2 General Okoye, 1, 2, 3 Sentry, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Party Thor. So yes, Party Thor is the MVP, and he's going to be the unlocked for this game, which is great. He's a great hero, and I can't wait to see what happens with him. This is a behind-the-scenes thing that needs to be hidden. That's what calculates all the KOs and everything. All right, that was fun. Let's go to Battle 2, and we're just going to start and see what we get. And then we'll choose it next time. I don't really have a hard and fast rule. This says choose one mastermind and scheme from the above, then randomize some players set up below. So we're going to choose our mastermind and scheme, and then we're going to randomize the rest. And that's where we'll end it, and that's what we're going to we're starting next time. So you guys ready? Here's who we get. 1, 2, 3, go. Running my script. Hopefully it works. Okay, we got Ironmonger, Hank Pym, and Grim Reaper. And then we've got Transform Commuters into Giant Ants, Secret Empire Betrayal, and Unleash the Power of the Cosmic Cube. Now, it's hard to avoid the Hank Pym Commuters into Giant Ants. That is extra VP. But let's do our due diligence here and check it out. And see what we're going to play next time that I can set up. So, Grim Reaper has those locations. Those are all worth VP. That can be tricky. Hank Pym also has... You see the VP values right there. 30, 30, and 25. Ironmonger doesn't have as much VP. These are all in the tier 2 of difficulty when epics are included. Yeah, so for the scripted mode, because the difficulty is scaled, the choices are a bit different. So it'll be 3 choices up till battle 4, and then battles 5 through 8 you get 2 choices. That's how it works for the scaled mode. The original mode changes, tries to counteract the fact that they're not scaled by difficulty by doing it that way. But yeah, so Reaper, because of the graveyards, he gives you potentially 25 extra VP. That is true. More stuff to fight. I don't think Ironmonger is too interesting, plus he's worth the least amount of VP. Let me check out the schemes real quick, and then you guys can see. So it's put in between Grim Reaper and Hank Pym. And the schemes here are as follows. Can you see all 3 of those? Yeah, you can. Okay. Transform Commuters gives me extra bystanders. That's more VP. It's not the toughest scheme either. It's very fun. Unleash the Power of the Cosmic Cube is pretty simple and not the best. Secret Empire Betrayal is where you pick 5 cards or less from additional hero. You make a Dark Loyalty deck. This can be tricky. This can get out of control very fast based on the shuffle. So I think it's going to be Transform Commuters into Giant Ants. It's manageable. It's got some VP. It hurts me to not do Hank Pym for this, but that's lots of stuff to fight. What do you guys think? Should I do fight Hank Pym Yellow Jacket or Grim Reaper? Grim Reaper is the pure VP pick. Hank Pym is fun to be able to track him down, and it's thematic with the ants. But if I'm doing what I said and I'm going pure VP, I should do Grim Reaper, right? But that could get out of control quickly. I don't want to lose. All right, it's going to be Grim Reaper Transform Commuters into Giant Ants like it says up here. Let's randomize my setup, figure out if I'm placing Thor, and then that's where I'll leave you for next time where we'll pick it up. Here we go. So we've got... Oh no, the Mighty! And the Hydra Pilots. Oh, because I chose MCU for Ironmonger. Who are the Hydra Pilots equivalent to again? The Sentinels? I forget. We got Dazzler, Ultron, Aurora, and Northstar. Very interesting. It is. But we got the Mighty. Oh, that's going to be really annoying. And the Mighty in locations is going to be extra annoying. And let's check out these heroes. Do I want to keep them all or do I want to replace one with Party Thor? So Dazzler has some tech actually for Ultron. Yeah, there it is. So I could build an okay tech deck, kind of, with a lot of Ultron but not a lot of Light Show. I'm thinking about, should I replace Ultron with Party Thor? Ultron's such a great hero, but there's barely any other tech support for him. I have 2 Light Show cards, 2 Light Show heroes, which is very rare. So I could actually build a decent Light Show deck with Aurora, Northstar, and Dazzler. Exactly. So I think I'm swapping out Ultron for Party Thor. Alright, keep Ultron. His cards dodge. Off the cuff, that was terrible. A+. So if I add in Party Thor to this mix, he wants heroes that cost 5 or more. Not a ton, just the uncommons here on Aurora Northstar and Dazzler. But he does help optimize the deck, give me bigger recruits. Who's better to work with these two light showers, Party Thor or Ultron? I don't know. There's no hero class triggers, except for cross-dimensional party rampage. Yeah, I can do what if for X-Men. That's a 2 out of 3. Oh no, I can't. It has to be the names or the colors. I would say Ultraman's can dodge her into more light show. Yeah, then that is true. Then I could recruit more. Get those out of the way. Yeah, the fact there's not a lot of high-cost cards there. Plus, they don't really need the class support. Pim isn't there, so Ultron doesn't care. That rhymes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as is, and then maybe if I can unlock Ultron just because I recruit all his dodge cards, that would be very funny. And I could swap him into tech-heavy setup. So this will be my setup next time I'm able to play. Hopefully next week, but we'll see. Grim Reaper transforms computers into giant ants. If you want to play, again, you can put an exclamation setup here or in the Discord. It'll work there. And if you want to play this, you can play the exact same setup I did, or you can choose a different Mastermind and scheme here and play along with me and see if you can match my VP, because at the end, we're going to show the results and see if, with the same seed, basically, see if you can beat me, get a higher VP. All right, that's it for this stream. I'll let you know when I'm going to be doing this next, and whatever else I'm going to be doing. Thank you guys for coming by. Have a great weekend, and until next time, take care, everybody, and stay legendary.